This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.
And I'm Peter Dubois. Today is National Ag Day, a day to celebrate agriculture in the U.S.
In Augusta, representatives from the Maine agricultural sector gathered at the State House to showcase the variety of the industry in our state. Our Augusta reporter, Corey Bouchard, has the story.
Yeah, today's Maine Agriculture Day at the legislature, so we have a wide variety of agricultural producers and makers and organizations. It's their opportunity to really shine for senators and representatives and everybody that comes through the Hall of Flags today.
Michelle Webb and Lucas Knowles are from the Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation, and Forestry. According to them, agriculture plays a part in the state economy and culture that should not be overlooked.
Well, I mean, agriculture just in general is such a big part of Maine. It's, one of our biggest heritage industries. It's, it's in everything that we eat and drink, and I mean, it touches our lives in a lot of ways.
The reason for bringing representatives from the agriculture industry to interact with lawmakers has less to do with lobbying for policies and more so building that working relationship.
It's all about relationships, so knowing the groups that are working hard in Maine's agriculture industry, knowing somewhat where those issues are for sure, but building those relationships and making connections across the whole state of agriculture.
Webb adds, more everyday Mainers should take an interest in where their foods come from.
It's really important to know where your food comes from, know your farmers, know your makers. Don't hesitate to stop and visit if you can come today. Stop and visit your farm, local farm store.
If you want to know where your local farmers are located, you can visit realmaine.com. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, Republican lawmakers are speaking out about newly proposed gun legislation in the wake of the Lewiston mass shootings. Republicans argue that the interim report released by the commission investigating the shooting makes clear that Maine's current yellow flag law should have worked to stop Robert Card's access to firearms in the months leading up to October 25th. They argue none of the newly proposed legislation would have had any impact on the shooting.
I think we need to look at the current yellow flag law that was, probably grossly underutilized prior to Lewiston. I think we're seeing now, we've seen massive increases of usage since then. But it comes down to a training issue. I mean, every year law enforcement receives dozens and dozens of new law updates. Unfortunately, back in 2019, that fell into, dozens of other bills and laws that were changed that year. And more training should have been done on it then, I think.
Republicans went on to say they're waiting for the full report to find out more about the events surrounding the shooting.
Meanwhile, the cost of some alcohol purchased in Maine stores may soon decrease. A bill currently in the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee would seek to simplify Maine Spirits' pricing formula. Currently, liquor stores use 75 different markup categories to set retail prices, which in some cases is double the wholesale price. While the exact number is still being discussed, one proposal suggests a 65% markup across all forms of spirits. Representatives from the Department of Administrative and Financial Services testified they aren't sold on the idea and say the current system provides a dependable, stable revenue stream for the state. The bill is likely to face a vote from the committee on Thursday.
Belfast's fire chief says his department has seen an uptick in emergency response calls. The city's economic developer is working to address this issue and has submitted federal grant applications, which will be heard before the city council tonight. Our Doug Banks has the details.
Belfast Economic Development Director Thomas Kittredge is seeking authorization from the City Council to submit an application to FEMA's SAFER program. The Staffing for Adequate Fire and Emergency Response program provides grant funding for employment needs in fire departments. The grant includes $220,000 in funding to hire one full-time firefighter for 3 years, which will cover wages and benefits.
The great thing about this program, there's no local match required. It's 100% covered by the federal government. After the 3 years are up with the grant, the city can then continue to fund that position, hopefully.
That will help out the taxpayers. They'll be gaining that one employee.
This newest proposal follows a separate application authorized by the City Council earlier this month. FEMA's Assistance to Firefighters grant focuses on department's emergency needs. If awarded, the Belfast Fire Department will be issued 3 power lift systems, 22 self-contained breathing apparatuses, and much more.
It's a competitive system, applying for these because there's so many different departments that are facing the same growth that we are and the same struggles.
If authorized by the City Council, the SAFER program application must be submitted by April 12th. Results from both applications will not be known until this summer.
They certainly need it, and they certainly need this equipment, and they could definitely use another firefighter.
In Belfast, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, since December of 2022, Belfast's waterfront has seen repeated damage due to coastal storms. And the Belfast City Council and the Climate, Energy and Utilities Committee have been working together to create a plan to prevent further loss to the waterfront and the facilities there. The City Council will hear 2 proposed applications for federal funding. The first will be for the Coastal Program and Municipal Planning Grant worth upwards of $50,000. The second application is for another $50,000 grant, which would go towards the assessment of an assessment for creating a stronger waterfront.
Kind of a 2-pronged effort, both look at the vulnerabilities of the waterfront, and then once those are identified, kind of dive into those a little bit more in depth and figure out how do we fix it? How do we fix this problem so we don't continuously have loss?
The Belfast City Council meeting will be taking place tonight inside City Hall starting at 7 p.m.
The U.S. Supreme Court is lifting the pause on a Texas law which essentially gives law enforcement the power to arrest migrants suspected of illegally crossing into the U.S. from Mexico. ABC's M. Wen is following the developments from Washington.
This decision clears the way for Texas to immediately begin enforcing this controversial immigration law that passed last year. Governor Greg Abbott claiming that it was necessary because of a, quote, invasion of migrants. The High Court's conservative justices rejected the Biden administration's request to intervene and force Texas to keep Senate Bill 4 on hold while it's challenged in the lower courts. Liberal Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote in the dissent that this decision from the majority, quote, invites further chaos and crisis in immigration enforcement. The administration had called the state law unconstitutional. The Department of Justice had argued Texas's immigration law encroached on the federal government's authority in immigration, and critics said it could promote racial profiling. Justice Amy Coney Barrett wrote in the opinion that they preferred to allow the Fifth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals to decide whether SB 4 should be blocked pending ongoing litigation. After the Fifth Circuit Court makes its ruling, this case could end up back at the Supreme Court, so it's far from over. M. Wen, ABC News, Washington.
All right, and as we turn our attention to the outdoors, today was pretty comfortable, all things considered.
A little blustery here and there, but a sunny day. Generally speaking, a nice day to be outside or on the road if you had to be. Let's go ahead and get a first check of our forecast and see what else is coming.
All right, Beth and Peter, thank you. Happy Tuesday. Your first word is brought to you by Washington County Community College. Discover choices, create success. Don't miss out on free college. And okay, for us, here we go. Temperatures today above average across the area. 42 here in Bangor, 43 for Bar Harbor. We'll take it here in mid to late March. But even warmer temperatures are on the way. Also on the way, more wind, right? So not so much tonight. It's going to die down tonight. We'll have actually a calm wind for a couple hours overnight. But we'll really come back tomorrow, gusting on the southwest, and we could see wind gusts near 25 or 30 miles per hour through tomorrow evening. All right, lots of clouds out there today. Our next system, though, is right over here to the west of us. That is moving our way. It's a slow mover. When it gets here overnight, it's likely going to have rain and snow showers with it through tomorrow, into tomorrow night, probably into early parts of Thursday morning. Our forecast for tonight, though, is increasing clouds out there. Rain and some snow before sunrise tomorrow with low temperatures in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter.
Alrighty, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, the town of Holton is one of many in Maine preparing for April's historic solar eclipse.
Our Grace Blanchard will give us an inside look at the town's preparations and what locals can expect. That story and more coming right up.
SNAP-Ed is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program education. The nutrition programming is provided by nutrition educators who really understand their communities.
This work requires partnerships because it's about supporting the community.
The things that we teach people I know it makes a huge impact. What we do is not just good for people who receive SNAP benefits, but for the whole community.
Don't cry, don't whine. Get yours where I got mine. At BB's Tattoo Company, 262 Moosehead Trail, Newport.
As a child, you just couldn't keep me out of the puddles. That's where the acorn essentially was planted. As we got started, we had nothing in the bank. We were cash poor. That was just a one-man show. The support of my credit union, starting the business, the banking advice, when you can call them and they're there for you, that's tremendous. It's been a great asset for me and for my company's growth. It's really an exciting time, and my credit union made that possible.
From a humble horse and buggy beginning over 100 years ago to a fleet of modern deluxe motor coaches today, Sear North Star Tours wants to take you places. In Maine, throughout the United States, and abroad, we offer tours and day trips to suit everyone's interests and passions. Cherry blossoms in the spring, Prince Edward Island in the summer, trips to the city, trips to the shore, culture, history, music, and more. Sear North Star Tours. Where can we take you?
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. Officials in Holton are preparing for thousands to visit their small town on the day of the eclipse, and with public safety being one of their top priorities, they're urging residents to be ready for that surge. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
The town of Holton has been preparing for the upcoming total eclipse for years.
Talking about it certainly for nearly 7 years, probably planning for close to 3. So it's just now it's getting very real.
With the anticipation of thousands of new faces, town officials want residents to know they are shutting down many roadways and are expecting major traffic delays.
Maybe do your shopping a day or two before. If you need prescriptions, get them the week before to try and avoid if there are a lot of people in town that weekend, and especially Monday.
According to the police department, they are relying on extra aid from law enforcement agencies across the state.
Hoping to divide our offices up in certain sectors so they won't have the distance to respond, say, directly from the police department, or if they had all congregated in one particular area. So they'll be assigned to those sectors. That'll increase our response time, being able to get through traffic.
They encourage residents and visitors to keep an eye out for further tips and updates on the town's website to help ensure a positive and memorable experience for all.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime event, so this is certainly a time to enjoy, nothing to panic over.
It's an amazing phenomenon that's going to happen, and I hope as many people as possible can take advantage of it.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Lotto mania is once again spreading across the country as jackpots for both the Mega Millions drawing and the Powerball drawing have surpassed $500 million. The Mega Millions drawing is tonight and sits now at $893 million. Meanwhile, the Powerball jackpot is climbing to $687 million. ABC's Melissa Adan has the latest.
The Mega Millions and Powerball jackpots racking up some cash after weeks of no winner. The Mega Millions jackpot growing from $875 million this morning to nearly $900 million for tonight's drawing, after no tickets have matched all 6 numbers since early December.
If you don't play, you're not going to have a chance, so you got to play.
This is the 6th time the Mega Million jackpot has surged this high. The odds of winning, 1 in nearly 303 million. And it's not just the Mega Millions topping charts. The Powerball jackpot also rising. Wednesday's jackpot now valued at nearly $690 million. And ticket buyers say they are hopeful.
You don't want to miss out on $500 million or whatever it is.
Keep in mind, the Pennsylvania Lottery is upgrading its systems today for the first time in 16 years and says lottery terminals will be temporarily unavailable. The lucky Mega Millions winner will have the option to take a one-time lump sum of their winnings or take distributions of the cash in 29 annual payments. We'll soon find out if someone takes home the big prizes. The Mega Millions drawing is tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, and then the Powerball drawing is tomorrow night. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Certainly a lot of excitement around that.
Yeah, you almost don't want to let yourself think about what you do with that kind of money.
Yeah.
It's a little mind-blowing.
I think so too, yeah.
Alrighty, folks. Well, we've got a lot coming up, including sports. Stay with us.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
CEM DP Porter Contractors have been in business for more than 40 years. We have recently added an electrical division to further be of service to our loyal customers. CEM specializes in design build for commercial and residential projects. Whether you need help with older construction, new build-outs, or electrical services, CEM has you covered. CEM is currently hiring for all positions. We offer competitive pay as well as great benefits. To inquire about employment or construction, please reach out to 848-7486 or visit CEMMaine.com.
Spring is the season of rejuvenation and the perfect time to revitalize your home with Renewal by Andersen. Our spring savings event is only once a year. Call Renewal by Andersen to schedule your free window diagnosis and take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. We've installed over 4 million windows, earning us 4.7 stars in customer satisfaction. Call the number below or visit us online today. And remember, call now because these great savings end soon.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Bangor, located in the Penobscot Plaza, providing custom ink by licensed artists for more than 20 years.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. It's a busy day here at the University of Maine, and it all started early this afternoon with the official groundbreaking ceremony for the renovations project at the Harold Alfond Arena. It was a beautiful day for it, too. The university announcing earlier this year that the renovations would begin this spring after another generous donation from the Harold Alfond Foundation. Men's hockey coach Ben Barr, women's hockey coach Molly Engstrom, and athletes and board members from the university all in attendance for the ceremony. The renovations will include new locker rooms, a film room, a waiting area for fans pregame, and more. And prioritizing this Alfond project is all a part of their goal of turning Maine into the premier hockey destination in the Northeast.
Positive publicity, right, never hurts. And, you know, some of the comments today were about winning, right? Winning begets more winning. And I think, you know, that permeates throughout a university, throughout a state. We've certainly experienced that here before, and it had a real positive impact on the entire New England region for us. And so we're hoping to help rejuvenate that a little bit and bring that attention, that positive energy back to the state of Maine.
All right, after that wrapped up, we moved across the parking lot to the pit where Maine women's basketball recently clinched a berth in the NCAA tournament. They're making their final preparations before hitting the road tomorrow for Columbus, Ohio. Black Bears drawing a 15 seed in the bracket in a matchup with number 2 seed Ohio State. The Buckeyes are a top 10 team in the country. Talking to the players today, they say specifically the height that Ohio State has and their full court press are things that they have to focus on if they want to pull off the upset, things that can definitely challenge them. But it is March, and anything can happen in March. They're also putting a lot of emphasis on simply enjoying the experience. But that doesn't mean they're not going in there to win.
I spoke a couple weeks ago talking about, you know, really enjoying your success. I think too many times when people are successful, they just take it for granted, or maybe they just kind of don't think they should do better. But, like, it's hard to be successful. so to take a step back and really enjoy that. And it doesn't mean you're not going to work hard. You can still enjoy it and go out and really try and win.
All right, looking forward to that. That game is at noon on Friday in Ohio State. And finally, to the other Maine team that's preparing for a playoff trip. We were at the Alphon today for Maine hockey practice as they prepare to head down to TD Garden to face Boston University. The Black Bears are now the 7th best team in the nation, gearing up to play number 2, BU, with a trip to the Hockey East Finals on the line. That game is in Boston at TD Garden Saturday at 7:30. It's Maine's first trip to the Hockey East semis since 2012. The Black Bears played BU earlier in the season, falling to the Terriers in both games despite playing some real good hockey, if you ask them. And they have to be very detailed, especially on the defensive end, if they want to advance to the Hockey East Conference Championship.
I think we'll have to make sure we're responsible defensively. I think they have a really good offense, so make sure we can maybe shut them down there, don't give them much, and obviously we'll have to score a few goals, and hopefully the special team will come on top.
They're just really good, and they score a lot of goals, so they're going to get their chances. We got to be good defensively and try to be disciplined, not give them power play, not give them odd man rushes.
All right, we will have more for both of those teams throughout the entire week as they gear up for the postseason. But for now, that is all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, thank you. Let's start here. Some rain and snow is back in the forecast for us for tomorrow into Thursday afternoon. Some sunshine's back on Friday, followed by what could be a pretty good storm system in here for Saturday and Sunday with rain and snow. And where that stays all snow, that snow could be locally heavy, especially on Saturday afternoon. Okay, so the temperature results are in from February, and February came back as the warmest February on record globally. That's land and ocean temperatures. So on this map, red is above average and blue is below. A lot of red during the month of February. All right, for us today, above average again, 42 here in Bangor, 43 Bar Harbor, 39 for Millinocket. So comfortable for this time of the year, but even somewhat warmer temperatures are on the way. Also on the way, a really gusty northwest wind out there now will actually die down tonight. Now tomorrow, we'll switch it out of the southwest. It could gust near 30 miles per hour, and that's also going to pick up in tomorrow evening. So tonight, we could go calm for a couple hours. Tomorrow is going to pick up again, especially throughout the afternoon, and then increasing winds throughout the day on Thursday into Friday as well. Out ahead of our next weather system, and here is a gale watch out there for Thursday night into Friday for a storm system on the way that could bring wind gusts to 30 to 40 miles per hour. All right, lots of clouds out there for us today. A couple sprinkles early in the morning. Other than that, though, lots of clouds today. And then overall, our next weather system is right here just to the west of us. It is a slow mover. It is moving in our direction. We're likely to get some probably some light rain and snow showers throughout the day tomorrow, more so tomorrow evening. That could end as some good snow shower activity on Thursday morning. More on that here in a second. Until then, though, there will be a second system as well, likely getting in here. It's over here across the Four Corners, likely getting in here on Saturday into Sunday. But until then, though, a very active storm track now for the rest of this weekend into early parts of next week. Well, let's walk you through it. So tonight, increasing clouds out there, not as windy either. Here's tomorrow morning, 5 o'clock or so, looking at maybe a couple sprinkles and flurries across the region. By midday, though, some light showers around, some rain and snow showers in there. Where this stays all snow, north and west of Millinocket, there'll be a couple inches of snow tomorrow afternoon. And then likely a pretty good snow system getting in here early Thursday morning, likely north and west of the Bangor area, where several inches of snow could fall, impacting travel activity there. For Bangor, probably a 1 to 3 incher on the way between Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That all pulls out of here Thursday evening. Behind that system, though, we get a break in the action Friday, followed by our next weather system getting in here on Saturday. We got to watch this one. It will have a lot of moisture and oomph with it. That could bring a pretty good snow to somebody. If it stays all rain, though, it's going to be something like this, probably an inch of rainfall between now and the weekend. It's not going to stay all rain, though. There will be some snow in here that will likely impact the area. Our forecast, though, for tonight, looking at mostly cloudy skies, low temperatures down near 24. For tomorrow, rain and snow showers primarily afternoon. Look for high temperatures near 43 and a south wind gusting near 25. And looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows that rain and snow tomorrow, more of a snow chance on Thursday, 33 and quiet on Friday. And there's that weekend, so we got to watch this system with high temperatures in the 30s over the weekend. Beth and Peter.
So seeing kind of a dip in the temperatures, especially the overnights. A couple nights they're in the teens, so we haven't seen that in quite a while.
Yeah, we definitely haven't, and just goes back to Doug's story yesterday. Definitely not early or not late enough to plant your.
Not early gardening season.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, definitely not. All right, folks, there's still more to come. Keep it right here.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow. Nice.
Thanks, bud.
You could get the lowest ever 1.99% financing on most Tundra hybrid and gas models. Toyota, let's go places.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience with professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Available at Doors Equipment, 1468 Outer Hammond Street, Bangor.
At Warren Financial, your financial goals are our priority. Your financial plan may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy. That's why the financial planner you choose is so important.
Plan your future with Warren Financial. Visit warrenfinancialplan.com or call 573-1825.
Your trusted partner in wealth management.
The Neon Pipe in Corinth has a very large selection of water pipes, hand pipes, clothing, incense, novelties, and wraps for your rolling pleasure. We carry alternative remedies. The Neon Pipe, 313 Main Street, Corinth.
The most important thing is family. AAA shares the same family values. For over 100 years, AAA has been providing legendary service and has helped what it values most, its members. Join our family, and you could save on your auto insurance policy with our competitive pricing. Just like family, we offer you our support when you need it, whether it's questions about your policy or with our most trusted roadside assistance service. Visit AAA.com/insurance and find out how much you could save.
Welcome back. A new mural may soon emerge in downtown Bangor, but not on a building. The nonprofit Bangor Beautiful and the Wabanaki Public Health are teaming up for a potential project that would involve the painting of a mural on a strip of road shoulder in the middle of downtown Bangor. According to city officials, the art would not only be beautiful, of course, but also a unique way to keep pedestrians safer by slowing down traffic.
What other communities are finding is that traffic slows down. It's a great traffic calming measure. When people, come into an intersection and there's a lot going on, there's a tendency to slow down. And in this case, it's for art.
The design is not finalized yet and still needs to be approved by the Bangor City Council. However, if approved, the ground mural will be roughly 3,400 square feet and the first of its kind in the area. To learn more about the project proposal, you can visit foxbangor.com.
Finally tonight, an Oakland artist is making quite a name for herself in the furniture business. Katja Hernandez and her husband Carlos own Katja's Furniture in Oakland. The couple's store on Church Street displays bureaus, desks, tables, and other pieces that Katja paints and adds new hardware to. She says she loves to use stencils, moldings, and other details on each piece. Hernandez says her techniques can be used on outdated furniture or a brand new piece a customer has just purchased.
And it's just a joy to watch how a piece of furniture that is abandoned and headed to trash can turn into a center of attention in a room.
She also hosts workshops at her store to teach others how to paint and add embellishments to their own furniture. You can find a list of her upcoming workshops on her website, katjafurniture.com.
I think I have a coffee table that needs her attention.
Yeah, right? I do love the idea of taking something old and classic, maybe a little beat up, and giving it new life.
Giving it new life, yeah, absolutely. Recycling for sure. Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for us. Take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.